BBC Radio Northampton.
We need to get you some milk.
Right, it's coming up to 5 to 8. And, well, strongman competitions, bodybuilding, can seem like a pretty bizarre world, can't they? Having the strength to, I don't know, roll up a frying pan or pull a fire engine doesn't feel like it'd have many practical uses. But we know sport that is good for our mental and physical health. So would you consider the Natural Strongman contest? There are categories for age, weight, experience level. And we're going to speak to someone who wants to become a world champion. He's from Northampton and he's called Danny Curtis. Morning, Danny.
Good morning.
And when we say natural strongman, so what we often think of when we think of like world's strongest man is the thing that we see on telly at Christmas with enormous men pulling lorries.
Yeah, absolute giants. But there are competitions out there for teenagers all the way up to 50 plus. Men, women, all different sizes, shapes, ability levels. And I am going to be taking part in the I'm aiming for the Natural Strongman World's Strongest Man in the category of lightweight masters. So masters category is 40 plus, but lightweight, I will be under 90 kilograms body weight.
What's that in stone?
That's one thing. It's a world where we work almost exclusively in kilograms, so I'm not entirely sure.
You don't even know. About 14 I'm going to go with.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
And yeah, first stop is England's Strongest Man in March.
Okay. So what got you into this?
Well, like most of us, strongman, world's strongest man at Christmas time, it's kind of a family tradition. Everybody sits down and you see these giant guys lifting these massive implements and huge weights. And about 5 or 6 years ago, I discovered a guy called Rob Ward, who is only based up the road in Leighton Buzzard. And he won the world's strongest man for the under 90 kilogram class in 2017. And prior to that, I had no idea that these competitions existed for average sized people. And so from there I took part in my first competition in 2019, which was right here in Northampton actually.
But you were already sporty, were you?
No, I not particularly. I wasn't great at sport growing up. Team sports never really fit me, and then my younger brother beat me in an arm wrestle in 2011, so I started lifting weights because I couldn't let that happen again. And then through that I found strongman, and it's just absolutely grabbed me. The variety in the ways that you train and the competitions that you do. No competitions I've done have been identical in events, and just the community that's around it as well. So I've made so many friends all around the world from competing. I've competed in England, I've competed in Ireland, and the Britain's Strongest Man is going to take place in Scotland next year. So yeah, it's a really great sport, and it's growing, and it's open to all. Like, there are first timers competitions. In fact, there's one happening in February about an hour away from Northampton, close to Nuneaton, which is a great atmosphere. I'm a coach myself, so I have had clients that have done competitions like that.
So you're a personal trainer, are you?
I am indeed.
Right,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you can now beat your brother at an arm wrestle.
We've never actually had a rematch.
Oh, come on.
So
come on, you need to do that.
Once I take that World's Strongest Man title, then yeah, we'll have the rematch.
So you've got England's Strongest Man, and that's in March. Then you go through to Britain, and then if you do that, you go through to World. What are the chances of you getting to the finals of the World's Strongest Man?
Very good.
Are they?
Very good, I would say, yes. Yeah, so I competed in the UK and Ireland Strongest Man last year under the banner of UKNS. So Natural Strongman is the global title, UKNS is the British one. And of the Masters age athletes that I was competing with, this was before lightweight Masters was a category, I placed the highest. So yeah.
And the kind of things that you do lift and push and, I don't know, whatever you do, is it similar to the stuff that you see on the telly? You know, you're not just doing deadlifts, are you? It's
exactly the same as you see it on the TV.
Is it?
So log pressing, deadlifts of all different kinds of variations, moving events. So while competitions are wildly varied, you will always deadlift something, you will always press something overhead, and you will always lift something and carry it. Those are the three guarantees. But you know, the implements change, the heights of the deadlifts change, the rules. It's the variety of the sport is kind of what keeps me training.
Weirdest thing then that you've had to lift and carry?
A 120 kilo metal shield.
Okay.
for maximum distance. So there was a time limit of 60 seconds, and it was just walking back and forth with this hulking great shield on my chest to cover as much distance as I could.
What do you practice with at home?
I'm very lucky in that I have turned my garage into a studio, which is where I train all my clients as well. So I've accumulated most of the equipment that I need, and there's a big long space out the back for moving events. So quite regularly my neighbours will see me carrying sandbags or dragging tyres or all sorts of things, and it's always when the implement is at the heaviest that there's a car that needs to get by, which is just the way it goes.
Do your neighbours know what you do now? They don't just think you're the weirdo from next door?
Yeah, I think, I probably am known as the weirdo next door, but they're used to it, yeah.
Wow, well, how interesting. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
So you'll just be training now until March? And then.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. I'll be sort of chronicling my journey on my social media accounts.
Okay, so how do we follow that?
You can find me at Made of Metal Coaching on Facebook and Instagram.
And you were saying to me a little earlier, it's leg day today, is it?
It is leg day today, yes. This is dragging the tyre day, so always fun.
Wow, gosh. It is a bizarre world. By the way, 90 kilos is about 14 stone.
Wonderful.
So there you go.
You've
got to be under 14 stone to do the contest that you'll be doing.
Yeah, and the classes range from, as I say, teenager for the men under 70 kilos all the way up to open weight, which is any body weight, and for the ladies under 57 kilos all the way up to open as well. So if you want to investigate the sport and maybe try it out, do get in contact and I will be able to point you in the right direction.
Brilliant. Danny, really nice to see you. Thank you for coming in. Danny Curtis, then have a look at Made of Metal.